Hello everyone, my name is Nivedita. I've applied for the Schengen Visa a couple of times now from the UK, and what I've realized is that it's not a straightforward process. One can easily get annoyed, trust me. So I thought of creating this step by step guide to share my experience and go through the process with everyone. I hope this helps you in your visa process journey. So let's get started. Step number 1, filling the application online. Okay, so first search for the France Visa UK website. It's first or the second result generally, and you should be able to find the website rather quickly. Create an account, use your credentials to log in after that. They generally send you a verification link, and you should be able to activate your account right away and log in. Once you land here, you should be able to create a new application in a single group of applications. Once you create a new application, you will see 6 tabs. The first one is your plans. You would need your passport handy to be able to fill all information accurately. For the city of submission, if you're applying from UK, you could pick any one of these 3. The visa type should be less than 90 days, which is short stay visa, and the destination of stay should be France. Enter your travel details here, and under your plans, you should be selecting tourism or private visit. Move on to save or verify. Click on verify. Once you do that, all the information that you entered will be used to determine whether you need a visa or not. In my case, I needed a visa. We reach the Your Information page. This is all the details about yourself with your name, gender, date of birth, etc. The main field to notice here is the obligatory first name. This is a non-mandatory field and a lot of people tend to miss it. Make sure you've entered all the fields even if it's not mandatory. Your job section is another important field where you need to enter your current job details accurately. Under your job section, make sure you have entered the current job sector and the name of the employer correctly. Moving on to the next step. Now we have reached your last visa page. If you are not applying for the first time, you need to select yes on both the options and enter all the important details. But if you are applying for the first time, just select no on both the options and proceed. Now we have reached your stay page. Your stay is one of the most important sections in this form. It could be one of the factors to get a single entry or multiple entry visa. Let me explain what I did here. So, I've decided to go to the Schengen area on 1st of June and exit the Schengen area on 4th of June, which means I'll be staying for 4 days in the Schengen area. I also require multiple entries, which I've selected. I've added the arrival and departure of my first trip, but I would like to do more trips this year, hence I've entered the number 2 in the number of stays planned in France in coming year. Under your plans for staying, always select tourism. You'll have to support this page with the evidence of flight tickets and accommodation. Moving on to the next page, which is your contacts. You have to enter your hotel or accommodation detail under this section. This section right here is to determine if you have enough funding for your travel. Click on next, that is the last tab of your form, which is your supporting documents. They've listed down all the documents that you need to get on the day of the appointment. You will be asked to get original and photocopy of all the documents listed here. Well, yes, there are a lot of documents that you need to provide, but let me help you by talking about these independently a little later in the video. Click on continue to finish the application. Now you've completed your application and you should be able to add another applicant in your application and go through the same tabs as we just did some time back. If not, just declare and continue forward. This page shows you the amount that you need to pay on the day of your appointment in the visa center. If you continue forward, it will take you to a page which says make your appointment at the visa center. You should not be checking this box until you have made an appointment at the visa center. Keep the FRA number mentioned here handy with yourself. We will come back to this page after we have made the appointment, and then we will be checking this box. Step 2. Booking an appointment. Okay, search for French Visa Application Center London. It should be the first search result. Once you reach the visa application process page, you need to register here as well. Go to the register button on the top and register yourself to this website. Creating an account is fairly simple with your email address and password. Now log in with the registered email address and the password. Once you've logged in, you should be able to create an application. This is the place where we'll need the FRA number that I mentioned earlier. You need to select a short stay visa here and enter the FRA number on the FV reference number field. Fill all the details accurately. You should also match the travel information that you entered in the previous application to this application. Please select No if you have not had a visa before. If you do not want an express delivery service, click on No. You have to add an applicant if you're traveling with your friends and family together. Moving ahead, this is the place where you'll be able to select the appointment slots. If you can, try to book a slot early in the morning. Unfortunately, there are no slots available right now. And as you can see, I've scrolled till May and there's no slots available even then. A lot of people apply for the Schengen Visa from the French consulate, and that's why these slots get booked months in advance. In an ideal world, you should be able to book an appointment right here and go through the next few steps, that is documentation and the service fee. Please be aware that the account data not used for more than 20 days will automatically get deleted, and you will need to create a new registration and follow step 2 all over again. If you've managed to book a slot online, go back to the first step where needed to submit the application. Now, you should be able to check this box as you've got a slot and submit it to the visa center. Once you've submitted, it will generate a PDF of the entire application that you just filled. The PDF also contains a checklist of required supporting documents that you need to submit along with your application. Now let's talk about each of these documents individually to make sure you've got them right. Step 3. Collecting supporting documents. First one is your own passport. You need to carry the original and photocopy of all the pages of the passport. Next is the BRP or the visa or the work authorization that you have. You must carry the original and a photocopy. The next one is your photograph. They normally reject the photo if it's not up to the proper guidelines. My recommendation would be to get the photographs clicked at the booth in the visa center. Those adhere the photo guidelines properly. For the next one, you must carry last 3 months of bank statements. This is the evidence to support your own stay financially. The next one are your payslips from the last 3 months and also an employee letter stating that you're still employed with them. This is to support your job and source of income. The next one is your travel ticket. You have to show proof for the onward and backward journey for your trip. My suggestion is to plan your travel with a good gap with the appointment date. If you're not sure about the visa and don't want to book in advance, for such situations, book a cancelable ticket. Eurostar is one of the good options to try. The next one is the itinerary. It's always a good idea to have a day-wise itinerary of your trip. You can also submit booking evidence of any tours, events, and day trips that you plan to do during your visit to the Schengen area. The next one is the travel health insurance. This is a particularly important one. If you're traveling abroad and you fall sick, this is the insurance that's going to come handy. Please make sure you buy one before your appointment and carry a copy. There are many companies that you can try, AXA and Bupa to name a few. You could also check with your employer if they provide you one. Last but not the least is your accommodation. You must provide evidence of your stay. You should be able to show hotel or a hostel booking from different websites like Airbnb and booking.com to name a few. So these are all the documents that you would need on your appointment day. It goes without saying that we are applying to the French consulate and you have to show proof of accommodation and travel for France. Step 4. Getting ready for the appointment day. As we applied from London, we had to go to Wandsworth Town, where the visa application center is. After reaching the station, we took a quick 5 minutes walk to reach the center. On the way, you'll notice there are quite a few restaurants. You can have a quick bite here. Once you reach the center, there'll be a security check at the gate. After clearing that, you'll be asked to join a queue. You'll also be given a number that'll pop up on the screen. Once the number pops up, an official will see you with all your documents and checklist. The official will now collect all the documents and the photocopies. You'll also be asked to pay the application fee here. If you want to get your passports delivered back to you, you need to pay additional fee right here. After submitting all the documents, you'd need to wait for getting your biometrics taken. Well, that was the final step of the day, and you can go home now and wait for your passport. You could also track the status on the first website where we filled in the application. Hopefully, you'll get your visa soon and you'll be able to plan a trip to France. If this video has helped you, please like and share. Thank you for watching.